Big Five in the house. 5 house principles, known to man. Peace in your face. We back talking about with Sister MyRah. I'm Kyer, about brothers who want to don't want to straighten their character up and come back into harmony, but they are still shouting that I'm gonna have to take to the streets and take my stuff back. And I'm saying that they're still operating in the illusion,
yes,
because they're on the physical realm and not wanting to straighten their character up and say, I'm going to prepare myself to protect my daughters and value my fellow goddesses and queens,
yes,
and bring it back into balance.
Yes.
What do you got? So you're saying it's not going to be by no artillery and
no.
The white man ain't getting ready to kick our doors in and concentration camps and all that.
Well, they're definitely, that's their aim and that's their plan and all that. But you know what I'm saying? I used to have a flyer out that would say, "Free your spirit and your ass will follow." We've been trying to do things ass backwards, you see.
We want to free our ass first.
We keep trying to free our ass before we free our spirit, you see. Now, I don't care what kind of paperwork you got. I don't care what preparations you've made on this physical level. When they do come to take you to those concentration camps, I don't care how many papers you're waving in their faces. That's not going to help the situation.
Right.
The only thing that's going to help the situation is if you've gotten right with your spirit. You can make your whole damn house disappear if you've gotten right with your spirit. They'll walk right past you and don't even see you. But see, here again we get back to mama. Because what do you hear in the word magic?
Ma.
Ma.
Immediately.
All right. See, men, yes, you're on the front line. You can't afford, to depend on magic. You're going to have to figure out how to beat this enemy, as you're on the front line. We understand where you're coming from, okay? But as we now welcome mama back to the fold, okay?
Right.
Just like when you first came into this physical realm, you had a physical mama,
right,
okay? Who looked after your well-being without you having to tell her how to do it.
Right. So the metaphysical big mama blackness, she know how to take care of us without us uttering a word.
But we got to accept her holistically. She's not going to let us straddle the fence anymore. Right. 1 foot in Daddy's realm, 1 foot in Mama's realm. Daddy is the one who makes you figure out. He challenges you, to come to some type of understanding. He challenges you to figure it out and come to the table that way. Mama's just the opposite. She's just the nurturer. All you got, when you bumped your knee, when you was a little baby, you fell down and bruised your knee, you ran straight hollering and screaming to mama. And all mama had to do was kiss that boo-boo, and it was magically okay. Okay? Well, we got a cosmic mama that's ready to kiss our boo-boos and magically make them okay, but we got to turn to her wholeheartedly. We can't.
That's what the Gemini Gateway was
That's
for.
The Gemini Gateway is all about. See, the Gemini is the sign before Cancer.
Right. So
once you get through that Gemini Gateway, you have to understand the equal reflection of your twin soul, which is the black woman, Gemini being the sign of the twins, okay, the illusion versus reality. So understanding the reality of your equal, which is your black woman, and then that allows you passage to mama. If you get through that Gemini Gateway without understanding that, then mama's going to obliterate you just like she did with Michael Jackson, okay? That's who they were calling the source in the movie The Matrix. Remember? Okay, now, because after you get Cancer, that's where you get into Leo. Leo is where man gains his power. Leo is the sign of the ego as well as the heart. So he has to prove that he has superseded his ego and he's opened his heart to the value of the one who is the one of value, which is daughter Earth, who is spiritually daughter character.
Right.
The individual aspects of daughter Earth. This is the Cinderella story. The rejected stone that becomes the cornerstone. The black woman has been rejected in her value. And it's not until the black man redeems her in her value, because just like I said, the opposite energy of white man is black woman. And in order for him to be up, she has to be down. So how do we take him down?
Put the black woman up.
That's what the black man is going to have to do. He's going to have to redeem the value of his woman and lift her up. And when he lifts her up, he automatically takes down. This is the David and Goliath story. He automatically takes down Goliath.
But he's got to use his mind for me.
Mm-hmm.
When I understood this concept, it was to let her upliftment be my particular goal, and then I would paint everything on top of that.
Yes.
So instead of thinking about I'm gonna make so much money so I can get some rims on the car, so I can get a big booty chick,
yes,
I said I'm gonna make my money so I can have this sister feeling protected and honored.
Yes.
So it's just a slight shift of energies.
Yes.
Not gonna say I'm gonna get off my grind in it.
Right.
I'm gonna still stay on my grind, but I have a new motivation.
Yes.
On this for spiritual wholeness versus this physical material stuff.
A man can't come to his power except through his woman.
Right.
He's got to, this is the ego that he is not seeing, you see. This is how Obama rolls.
So we're severely handicapped if we don't have a woman.
Yeah, if Neil didn't have a Trinity, he would still be in the Matrix.
For sure.
For sure.
Okay.
Okay?
Right.
The women are the resurrectors.
And she came out of the Matrix first.
Yeah, that's why I keep telling people the Trinity was out of the Matrix first, which is symbolic that the woman is going to make, the black woman is going to make her transformation first. And all we're talking about is balance. That's the key to everything. Okay. And the reason the women were out of the Matrix first, or the women makes their transformation first, is because we're female in a male's world. So we had to come into balance, okay? Now we just got to get the men to see the equal value in their feelings as to their logic and reason, which is the air, or the knowing, which is the father. If they can't figure it out, if they can't define it, which is emotions, the opposite, then they don't want to give it equal weight. They don't want to, that's the earth and the water. Value for the earth, and feelings or love for the water. So that's the internal. That's the soul realm. So men are the external, the air and the fire, which is the mind, how you think, and the passion or power, the fire. Okay? So he's geared, and that's nothing wrong with that. He's geared toward that. Okay? Right. That's why he has to redeem his woman in order to understand the equality of his half and her half.
Now, some men, through emotional wounding, are scared to give that to a woman.
Right.
Because they say, well, I've been used and abused. What do you say to those brothers who are afraid that, if I trust this, so she ain't going to do right, yada, yada, yada?
Well, because that means you're still participating with the illusion. You're participating with what Willie Lynch set out to create in you in the first place.
Oh,
you
so
see,
you don't want it anyway because he's already talking against it.
Right. He don't. Yeah. Right. In other words, you can either stay in the illusion and keep things the way they are with your distrust. You have to understand those woundings. You got wounded through Willie Lynch, and so did the black woman. We were made insecure in our value. Okay.
Okay.
And you were made to think yourself higher. Men got to stop thinking of women as serving roles in their lives. This one can be my baby's mama. This one can cook good. This one I have good sex with.
It's my ride or die.
And this is how they choose women because they're not seeing the equal value in woman. Any man who thinks he has to have more than one woman don't see the equal value in woman.
Correct.
Okay?
Right.
But we're talking yin and yang.
Right.
Not yang, yin, yancy, yaki, you know what I'm saying?
Yin and yang. We'll be right back. Y'all don't like me stopping Sister Myra like that. But that's how it goes sometimes.